Welcome to Nordic Market News, Monday, October the 10th. This program is brought to you by Nyhetsbyrån Direkt in Stockholm, Sweden, on behalf of Infront. We will focus on the major financial news affecting the Nordic countries of Finland, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. We start off with the stock market index of all countries, small movements being the common denominator of today's trade. Helsinki 25 and OMXS 30 in Stockholm has traded around unchanged for about the 2 first hours of trade. OSEBX in Norway up plus 0.3%. Copenhagen 20 drops minus 0.2%. In Sweden, former CEO and current business developer of day trading favorite Fingerprint cards, Johan Carlström, is leaving the company. According to CEO Christian Fredriksson, Carlström is stepping down as business developer to focus on his role as one of the main owners and has not been fired. In an interview with Nyhetsbyrån Direkt, CEO Fredriksson says that both parts has initiated and agreed upon the arrangement. Carlström receives about 11 million Swedish kronor in service pay, which is unusual for a voluntary leave. And Swedish magazine Stock Exchange Weekly, or Börsveckan, has issued recommendations for a number of major Swedish companies this morning. The magazine recommends to buy H&M, Stora Enso, MQ, and ÅF. Also receiving an upgraded recommendation today is the niche bank Nordax. Swedish newspaper Daily Industry recommends buy, sending the stock to a plus 6% increase on today's trade. Moving on to Norway, Consumer Price Index, CPI, rose 0.3% in September of this year compared to the previous month, concluding an increase of 3.6% of consumer price compared to September of last year. The expected increase was 0.6% for CPI and 3.2% for the core inflation, which is slightly lower than the actual result of 2.9% for Norway in September. According to Norwegian analysis, the slightly lower inflation can make the prime rate change its course, sending messages to the National Bank to lower the prime rate earlier than planned. And the oil price could go up to $60 per barrel before 2017, says Minister of Saudi Arabia Khalid al-Dali during a press conference in Istanbul this morning. The Saudi Arabian representative also says he is optimistic about coming to an agreement among the OPEC countries of restricting the oil production. OPEC meeting takes place November the 30th. In Denmark, we also look to the CPI for the country. It's unchanged in September compared to the previous month and compared to the consumer prices of September last year. Analysts expect a CPI increase of 0.3% compared to August, as well as to year over year. And finally, affecting all the Nordic countries, negotiations between Deutsche Bank and the US Department of Justice is continuing. Deutsche Bank CEO Johan Carlström visited the US during the weekend but was not successful in reducing the fines. And this information sends the stock to a drop of 3% before the opening bell, stabilizing around minus 3.1% after nearly 2 hours of trade. That was the headlines for today. We will be back again tomorrow with more Nordic news. Thank you for watching.